sitting tight, chilling at Honey Dew, where coffee meets delight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tune in live every Wednesday at 10. Bring a family member or friend. Yeah,
My love waits for you.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Charlie, good morning.
Welcome to Chopping It Up at Honey Dew, and we are definitely here to kind of hang out with this celebrity in the middle here. You know, this is this dude, man. His feet were so hot, man. The stage said, "Hey, stop! Intermission."
Is that why I was stuck in place?
Yeah, man. It was.
I appreciate you, man. I'm an ordinary mode, man. Mr. Paul Allen. I got so many nicknames. What I would like to share is that my Cape Verde nickname is Yaya. Since I was a little boy. And I'm very proud. I didn't get a chance to take a picture. I'll get one later.
Yes.
But I saw the Tavares Brothers way right there.
Oh, yeah,
right, on my ride in. So that's nice to see. Nice touch. And I just listened to Never Had a Love Like This before. So it was fitting. Very fitting.
Never had a love like this before.
We're going to lose our job. Charlie's down in front, baby.
Y'all get that talent now.
Hey, you know, there's one thing that an 8-track player taught me. It's how to sing Tavares music, man. It's actually, look, right in that building right there.
Ooh.
My grandmother had her stereo.
Wow.
Just along the windowsill.
Wow.
And that's, she had all her little 8 tracks, and you know what? Put it there, you know, and you know, I was hoping I wasn't singing too loud because I might get an audience in that back lawn.
So, like you said, so for perspective, for those watchers and listeners out there, we're across the street from Monty's park, especially our guys, because all my guys from Boston and Brockton come down here and play in the tournament.
Nice.
They've been playing since the 70s, and that chain that's out there, you know, is the ching, ching, ching. So
the chain net.
this is where we're at. This is his spot, Honey Dew, one of many, and we're literally across the street from that house in
Bay Village.
Bay Village. Amen.
That's the Gomes
Monty's
School, one of the Cape Verdean name schools, Alpha J Gomes School, right along Route 18. And so, Big Al, give us a little bio about you, man.
A bio about me is as such, and I'll set the record straight because you know I'm you know my saying is that I was so poor, I moved so much that I moved when the rent was due. So, I've lived in Boston, Brockton, and the Cape. Well, I will inform both of you. Chops may remember this. I know you wouldn't. You don't know me as well, Brother Perry. I was born here in New Bedford, March 24th, 1966, at St. Luke's. And the special thing about it, about 20 years ago, my wife and I were trying to figure somewhere to go other than the Cape and Islands. And so we planned to go to Aruba, and I needed to get my paperwork in order to get a passport. So I had to come here downtown Main Street to get my birth certificate. And when I walked in there, the lady smiled at me and she said, I talked to you on the phone, and she said, I know exactly who you are because you was the only baby born that day at St. Luke's. So you got your Paul Al's and yada, yada.
That's really.
What happened was I was sick as a baby and had some health issues. So they transferred me from here and to Boston to Children's Hospital. My mom's and pops moved up there. And I lived in Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan. I lived in Columbia Point. And as they arrived, I arrived. Then we moved to Brockton. I lived in Brockton for some time, and then I went to high school and junior college down on the Cape Cod at Dennis Young. So, and doing music. My main man, Chops. I can't give it up enough. Haven't mentioned the basketball piece, Charlie. I was playing and we won, and they said, well, you're not going to play again until about 4 o'clock. You got time on your hands. You're always laughing. You're always singing. You need to go up the street to the bomb shelter and meet Chops Turner. This is just like Chops. And I said, who's this Chops Turner guy? So I went there, and that was the summer of R. Kelly and the public announcement. So I'm walking in the building singing Honey Love. Give me that honey love. And Chops was way down the hall. He turned around and looked. He said, who's that singing down there? Who's that brother? And I said, I'm Sweet Al. He said, well, I'm Chop Turner. So we hugged, we embraced. And he said, you MC? I said, yeah, I'm an MC. Well, come on and introduce me right now, and let's get it on. And that's it. We've been rocking. You know, and he married my cousin, which is Nicole. So then it was fam for real. You know? And I was actually fortunate and special enough to be in his wedding party. And what a day. We'll never forget it. So thank you for that.
True story. Nicole left me for Chops too.
I'm a clinical therapist. How'd that make you feel?
Every time he sings, it triggers me. And then I snuck in the wedding, right? And that was it, man. He started singing to his wife.
Charlie would say anything.
He wrote a song.
Charlie would say anything for breaking news at the Charlie Berry Show.
I'm trying to.
Chops done it. He stole my baby. You know, hey, things happen, man.
He's so blessed, man. He took Nicole from me. He sings. The only blessing he doesn't have is he wasn't born in 1966.
Amen. 66, man.
Yeah.
Right on, brother.
Pearl Harbor Day.
Hey, right on.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
June.
December.
No, December 7th.
Yeah.
My bad. I was going to say June 7th.
Yep. So
1941. Man.
Well, we're going to kind of go back to October of 2025, and you was on the stage introducing our ARRP guy down the corner over here. You know, you were introducing Chops. You know, it was his 65th birthday, and you know, he's so young, but
so
young.
I truly when you were on the stage, you were definitely an MC.
Oh yeah.
You gotta. I mean, I wish I'd seen you on a regular routine doing your
That's
thing, because you definitely captivated the audience. And when they were little, kind of talking and not paying attention to the stage, guess what? As soon as you got on the stage, they paid attention.
Thank you, brother.
And I have to ask you a question that Walter down there in the corner, he brought this up. Do you know that Chops stole the coat from Luther Vandross that night? He stole Luther Vandross.
Chops doesn't seem like he can't win.
I get win.
Chops in the chair and fill a chair. There's no one sitting there.
Now it's hitting home.
We are. Everybody caught an L this year. You know, they said if you ain't first, you're last. So, at least we were there.
Hey Charlie, are you? Let's just come out with it. Like, are you trying to tell like Chop something? Like, is your wife screaming his name?
Listen,
These guys are crazy.
I ain't messing with it. Hey,
I don't know where this came from.
I am not. First of all, Nicole comes from the Duart family.
It's like, oh
So,
Lord, the do us.
A whole bunch of them.
I ain't even messing around.
Yeah, I just saw Uncle John downtown buy the coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did.
He didn't see me though.
I was my man, Shaky Dave.
Oh, Shaky Dave. Oh, yeah, Shaky Dave.
Shaky Dave, my man.
Well, I appreciate your sentiments. I put a lot of work into it. I'm 59. Amen. My birthday's next month.
Yep.
March 24th. I'll be 60. And
Nice.
looking forward to it. So at this point, I like to look at myself as a grandmaster of ceremonies. I've done many events, and I appreciate Chops has always allowed me to lend my talents. It's a blessing. People don't see when we're backstage. We get grounded. We have our moment of silence for those we need to think of and who we're missing in action. And then we pray.
Yes.
We say a prayer and we get on the same page, and then we go out and knock it out the box. For you to say that is confirmation that we're doing something right. And so, all I can do is, hope to continue that, man. And I really appreciate you. Amen. Thank you, brother.
Amen. Yes. Reggie Victor says, good morning.
Hey, good morning,
from
Reggie.
Worcester.
Good morning, Red.
I'm going to Worcester this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
Yeah, one of my nieces having a baby. It's a baby shower. She'll have her baby in April. So definitely got a truck up there. Hopefully no snow, please. I know I got an SUV, but when it snows in Worcester, it's different.
Right. It does.
It's different, So
Your car must be better than mine, man. Shoot, I burned a hole in my shoe because my car's like the Flintstones, man. I got my feet out on the bottom trying to get where I'm going. You understand? I sure couldn't go to no Worcester. Billy made it to New V.
That's it. Straight away, you know.
So yes, I hope that clears the air because I got guys in Boston saying where I'm from, and they think they can tell my backstory better than I can. Right. And so I love New Bedford. I never lived here longer than maybe a year's time, and I was born and I lived on Purchase, and everything happened in terms of my health stuff and City Hospital, Children's Hospital in Boston. I went. And Mom's was going back and forth, and she moved into which was then known as a Portuguese conclave. Because remember, July 5th, 1975, we got our independence. So at that point, I knew as a young man, as a kid, I was more than just Portuguese. I was more than just a light-skinned black man. I knew there was something to it, and so I'm still studying. I'll forever study being an Alves or Andrade. I have Pina in my family, and like that. So, proud Cape Verde and New Bedford is one of my homes. No doubt about it. It's good to be back.
Very, very nice. I'm proud of where we come from, proud of where our roots are. And that's most of the battle. If you could show how proud you are about your people, other people look at you and say, man, that's right. That's awesome. So, how you doing?
How are you?
It's a young man right there, man.
Yeah.
My man, love him. Good dude. I told him.
Taught me how to ice skate.
Listen.
Yeah. Play hockey too.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
you started out with
right in South End.
Wow.
12 pound.
Yeah, that's nice. We used to play right there at Gome School.
Oh my goodness, probably 30 years ago.
Woo! Showing your age, well.
Yeah. Talk.
Wow.
Wow.
40 years old.
Wow. 40 years is a long time.
I don't know when they built the school right here, they put a tennis court right at Gome School. We ain't playing tennis over here. I don't care who you are, whether you're Cape Verdean, Portuguese, anything, Puerto Rican. You're not playing tennis over here.
You have to go to the park to play tennis.
So guess what? You know what? The Pacheco and Oliveira family took care of that nice closed-in area, and that was our roller rink for playing hockey. They played hockey there. It's the funniest thing, right? You thought the Bruins and Canadians were fighting all the time. Guess what? You put all my friends in that little cage over there. It's not there anymore. Oh man, they were fighting. I mean, against the fence, everything. It was unbelievable. Right? Then two brothers fighting. It was crazy. But actually, I gotta.
I'm sure they had a lot of love for each other.
Well, in hockey, it's not fighting. It's part of the game. So, so tell us one of your most memorable music experiences.
Well, I would say my cousin Joe, he knows my uncle Joe Alves and his son Joe Jr., and it was their wedding. And I was fortunate enough to be at their wedding and to sing Luther. And it was so amazing. That's the song that I chose to sing. They didn't know what I was going to sing. I worked it out with the DJ, and they came out on the floor, and I knocked it out the box. I mean, my cousin even told me later on that night, he said, you never even skipped a beat. You didn't miss one note. And Chops can attest to that. What tougher song to sing of Luther? Anything Luther, you gotta don't even play with it if you're not gonna try to do a real good job. So, hey man, like I couldn't be happier. My family was happy. And of course, my cousin and his lovely new wife, and their daughter is my goddaughter. So she's my first cousin and my goddaughter. So
that's nice.
Good morning, Kaya Yaya out there in the world. So yeah, that's and of course anything Chops. I've done so many shows with Chops has allowed me to open for him, and then he'll call me up and we'll do some duets, or he might give me a lead. A lot of times when he's unable to be at a spot, namely Tomatoes, he'll call me during the week and be like, you go down there and jam, and I got to go play at a bigger show at another place. And so many times that type of stuff has happened. We've been rolling since 92, I believe it is. 92. Yeah, so thank you for asking, brother.
Yeah, that's about the time he met Nicole, man. See?
There's a common theme going on here. I think Wayne hit on something. I'm gonna have to talk to Cuz and see what's going on.
That's my girl, man. You know what? There's never a bad moment with your wife. You married her, first round draft pick. No trade clause. No trade clause. You can't trade her in.
Man, she's tough, man.
You know, I know the grandkids are driving you crazy this week.
Crazy, Charlie, man.
You know, they're on vacation.
Oh man.
You know, when they first met, I wasn't there that particular night, but I have the visual in my mind, and then I know the song because Chop saw her, and Chop said, "When I first saw you," you understand? And he said, by the time he got to the hook, by the time Chop got to the hook, you know, he done wrote a whole song for her. And there's a big hit that I can remember a night you did a dynamite version of it down at Foxwoods, and it was mean. And hurry back, Chops of Love waits for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can compete with that, brother Charlie Perry.
Yeah. Well,
That's what Charlie.
you know, he goes to all these places. You know, he's frequent flyer to every state. You know, from New York to up here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he never sends me any videos.
Yeah, man.
I was listen. I was like, I took my time, and I was very honored to start the Chops Turner fan club.
Who's that? They're gonna come to the window. That looks like
Oh no! I don't know who that
Get
is.
him some coffee.
Who's that?
He'll be really happy.
You know what that is?
no. I thought it
Yeah, you gotta get some coffee, some Jack Daniels in the coffee. Producer Smile, man.
Yeah, I've
Please
been
hand me that.
fortunate enough to go to the city with Chops, man, and Club Sweetwater, and of course Apollo Theater, and
Oh yeah.
it's really
Really good.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Great trip down there. Our great friend Herb Rowe acted as driver / security and rode us, man, and we went down there.
That's a ball
and,
player there.
Oh, Herb.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's my guy. That's my guy,
That's it.
man. It's the guy, but man, I didn't even have a car. I used to get the bus down here and get off at the station, man. Go get 2 dogs at Hot Diggity Dogs and go next door to the quarterdeck, and they had a beeper and a phone. Call on the payphone. Hey, I'm in town. Come and get me. And
Nice.
stay with her for the weekend. And like you said,
Hey, you too. Thank you. Thank
Monty's,
you.
See you later.
Buttonwood playing ball and all that.
Right,
I
right.
grew up playing with Bobby, and I'd be remiss
A big
if I
Bob.
did not say that I miss our brother. Rest in power to the king, and that's Buddy Wheatley.
Yeah.
Buddy,
Oh yeah,
great,
buddy.
great,
Yeah.
so
buddy.
competitive, and we go back
I mean,
to
so
the early '80s playing Bay State games with him and Tony DePina and Mike Diaz and
Yep.
Bobby and Mike Barrows and
Big Mike.
Carlos Pina.
Mhm.
And then the coach was the old coach, it was at SMU, which they call UMass Dartmouth now. And I played that for 2 or 3 years with those guys. Always a pleasure. And miss Buddy big time.
Yeah, I
Miss
do.
Buddy
It
big
was
time.
a shocker, and
yeah. That's
I,
tough, too.
I'm just glad I was able to speak to him at Burgo League in
Right.
Dartmouth.
Mm.
Shortly before he passed, and so I was able to kind of reflect on that conversation, and he just missed, and he just one of those mentors that the kids can count on in here, especially when it came from academics, because he was always trying to push that along with basketball, and he's definitely missed, and his wife, she's definitely one of my close friends. We had she's going through a lot, that was her soulmate. And so anybody that's out there, make sure that you keep an eye on your friends and family, because you never know what they're going through.
That's
right.
Michael Casaccio says, "Good morning."
Hey,
fellas."
Mike, what's up, Mike?
He said, "My man, Sweet Al."
Good morning,
Con
brother.
man. Con man.
Mike Con.
He said, "One of the best individuals I know. We go back over 40 years. He is him. And now it says, you have my 2 favorite, Sweet Al and Chops. People y'all don't know. Love that brother. Facts." Yes. And you know what,
Love you back.
Yes.
Mike? Hey, I loved him since the first day I met him.
Yeah.
He
Nice
just,
infections, man.
That's
I was-
true.
Nice
I was like,
infections.
man,
That's true.
that dude is one of a kind, because anybody that's friends with Chops Turner goes through a lot of pressure, because I'm only joking. let me Chops is let me let you guys know that Chops and I talk throughout the week, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we have some great conversations about many things. The one thing I like is his music stories and his song, when it comes to the music industry and some of the things that he's been through. And so it truly, I have to live through Chops because some of the things that he's done, I mean, I can't sing, but I can write a song.
That's
and
right.
You know what?
Hell,
So
right. And
I
sing
love the fact that, every day he's doing something. He's a loyal friend. Always definitely doing gigs here and there. And, I have to make it down to Sweet Tomatoes. And
yeah, we gotta get
I want
you
to
down there, Charlie.
get some nice pictures of you. And
Love
so
to have
we
you
can,
come down.
yeah.
I'm showing you. I
Yeah.
would love to
And guess
join
who
you.
wants to come on the show, Charlie?
Who's that?
I was talking to his nephew the other day, Butch Tavares.
Nice.
He wants to come on.
Yeah,
They said, "Would you invite Butch?" I said, "What? Are you crazy? We would love to."
Yeah, of course,
I
man.
said, "Charlie, we love that."
You don't need no invitation. It's like Sweet Out didn't need an invitation.
Amen.
People, you can walk in.
Yeah.
These are, those are two special people. And I'm glad that they're here. For one, it makes our podcast beautiful.
That's right.
When Walter's sitting in the middle and Chops and I are at the end,
Walt Baby Love.
we remind Walter that black is beautiful. And he's
Right on.
he's just Walter's another good guy. He's done so many things. Opens his doors here at Honey Dew.
Beautiful.
Everyone, bring your business to Honey Dew, 113 Conway Street, New
Place
Bedford,
to be.
Massachusetts, right along Route 18.
Nice plug.
And definitely, the food is delicious as long as Walter stays out of the back. and it's good. But
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Charlie,
my
for
that's my
your,
line.
thank you, Charlie, for your weekly commitment and Chops as well. and
Thank you, man.
All your guests that come here
Yeah.
weekly, and they look forward to the broadcast. The customers look forward to your broadcast each week, whether they're
Yeah.
here or home.
Right.
So we appreciate your commitment, not only to the podcast, but to the community, because it shows how much you love and appreciate the community that was good to you, throughout your career. And you're giving back in so many ways. So we appreciate you and your families for allowing you to take the time to be here.
Oh,
yeah,
We joke about the wives, but without their okay.
Right.
hey,
if I may
Hey.
address the Mike Kahn piece,
Yes.
talk about a community man. Mike, like you said, from the first time, man, I met him through Herb. Herb
Yep.
put us together, and going back to the old Elks days, and I grew up over here at the United Social Club with my uncle Joey and all those guys, man. Uncle Bruce Duarte, man, rest in power. And Mike Kahn has been so welcoming and comforting, working along the Brittles, and in his own fashion, he's always welcomed the ball players from out of town, and they've come from everywhere,
True.
not just Boston,
True.
Brockton.
Right.
I brought a squad one year from way down to Cape. We brought all
Mhm.
the top-notch players from Cape Cod down. Providence has come down here. The Worcester, Springfield, so very competitive. He's been very much involved.
Right.
And Mike is sincere and he's authentic, man. And one of the greatest stories I like because I'm a Dr. J man, I love how he was a big part of that. Dr. J coming to the Boys and
Yes.
Girls Club back in the day.
Yeah.
And guys were able to play one-on-one with him. He did something that was truly amazing that people don't realize is hard to do. Dr. J jumped up and dunked without bending his knees.
Wow.
Without bending his knees, he just stood right under the basket. He did it with one ball. Then when they didn't think that he really done it, he did two balls. He dunked two balls and he never bent his knees. So, and then of course, after everything happened, he played one-on-one with Mike Kahn and others, and they did their magic. Then he did what he's known for. He jumped from the foul line and dunked it. So just amazing stories, and that's just one of the many with Mike, man. We love you. Love you too, brother. And I know you got a podcast, so I would love to return to New Bedford at some point and join you as well.
Well, with his podcast, you don't need to leave New Bedford. You stay right at home.
There it is.
Send
Right.
that
You can
link.
stay right home.
There
Right.
it is.
Right.
That's one thing I like about, with my podcast, man. I
But
tell
Charlie
everybody,
podcast too.
I tell everybody, dress good from the waist up. You can wear your pajamas, you can wear your crazy slippers. I don't care what it is. But you know what? Just be presentable, because after my podcast, I create clips, and
That's right. That's a good thing.
if if your pink slippers show up, man, so be it. You know, it's just crazy.
That's on Hustlers,
Yeah.
baby. But I want to visit my dad after this, so it's Man Day, you know. So
Nice.
I
Little bit
got
of
cleaned
dad,
up for Man Day, you know. And,
That's
be
nice.
presentable. That's what you do, man.
So,
Classy and never ashy. You know?
what's your favorite conversation with your dad, man?
Well, you know, my dad's 81 years old and he's doing well. And so I just like to pick his brain and see how much he remembers from back in the day through the years. So just bringing up old stories,
Yeah.
laughing. We have a uncle, funny guy from Wareham, Eddie Gomes, and he had moved to Brockton and he put a chicken coop in his house and had 4 chickens in there. So they went to work. They all worked together. He came home and the chickens done bust out. So when they opened the door, all the chickens ran out the house, but he went in. So for the next 3 days, my father and a couple of my uncles are riding around Brockton, and Eddie, pull over, there's a chicken right there. What? He said, get him, cuz. So they would still laugh about that. He's running around Brockton chasing chickens, trying to get him back in his apartment. You know, so I'd really just like to pick Pops' brains, and then
Right,
obviously we'll share stories about my loving mom. My mom passed. It'll be 4 years this May. You know, and that's my father's love of his life, and four children later, and he survived her. So yeah, we'll chit and chat about that for stories he wants to share and care about mom. So yeah, it's always blessed, man. Today's Father's Day, in my estimation, man. And you can bring a man flowers. So I have some stuff for him, but I am going to stop and bring flowers to him as well. So you know, this is a great day, and I'm only getting started.
That's a good story. It's you know, my dad passed in '92, and you know, a lot of things I'm doing now is stuff that he loved doing. You know, being behind the mic, podcasting, writing. I always tell the story that, you know, he wrote a song and Linda Ronstadt wanted it, and it was until this day, you know, they were almost connecting, and they kept, you know, back then it was phone tag, you know, that never connected, but that was a story that I'm very proud of, because she actually, you know, had seen the song and definitely wanted it, and I wish that would have happened. You know, that would have built on the legacy of the family, and especially, and a great singer, great vocalist.
She's amazing.
So, but know what I've been listening to every day is on satellite radio. It's The Flow, and they have Jill Scott on it.
Jill Scott, yeah. Oh yeah, she's great.
That woman is inspirational just by her music, but when she gets to talking, I mean, I'm like, man, I like that. You know, and she's saying different good things, and she talked about how she couldn't put her friends in categories like Alicia Keys, what's the Sullivan singer there? Oh man, female singer. I can't think of it right now, but she was saying that all my friends are special, and I can't put them in categories. I mean, I like everything they do, and I don't want anybody judging them based on, or judging me based on a category, you know. But she's amazing, you know. And I don't know who the fool is, but somebody cheated on her again, man.
Again?
That dude, I don't know what's going on, man.
Just don't know.
Don't know.
Not smart at all. I will say, Jill Scott, my Aunt Carol Andrade, I know Chops knows her well. I don't know if you know my Aunt Carol out there. And every time I see Jill Scott, I've seen her live and, you know, watching videos and things. Her appearance to me reminds me of the young Aunt Carol, and then her singing and everything. And, you know, we were fortunate having Uncle Chico Andrade and having Big Caesar Lopes around. And we would sit in a circle as kids, and they'd play in all the sides, and we're singing, and they'd stand behind you and like tap you on top of the head to help you get your note, and they gave you the confidence that you had some type of ability to do it. And then, like you said, road trips, you know, you're in the beach wagon going to the beach and going on road trips, you know, coming from Boston to Brockton and driving to the Cape, and all that stuff. So yeah, Jill Scott reminds me of my Aunt Carol and her earlier days performing and singing. So I love Jill Scott.
I love it.
No doubt.
Good story. Ian Abro says, Charlie, Chops, tell my buddy Walter he's been a bad boy and he needs to call me back.
Bad boy.
That's
Portuguese Prince wanted to call back. You better call him, man.
Oh, your Portuguese Prince.
I don't wanna see you
it's,
in a clam box out in the ocean, 'cause we won't even find your hat, man.
He's doing a great job putting together the home show at vocational high school
Very
wow.
next month, and he's really doing an outstanding job preparing for it. And he's asking us to be a part of that
Wow.
home fair with having a presence from Honey Dew, providing coffee and donuts to people that walk through. So he is. He has been pushing me to get to the health department process. So,
Hey, Chops, why don't you give him a reminder? You
sending in my love.
you call him at 2 a.m. I'll call him at 4. Oh no, 4's he's getting up. So I'll call him at 1, right? We'll remind him. We gotta remind him.
That's right.
But that's Walter. Always doing things, trying to help out.
Always.
And all he could do is say yes or no. And most of the time he's saying yes. So good job, Walter. Ian, Abru, keep up the good work with all those different events. I think it's very important that we put on events like that. And people don't sit in a chair and just go through the motions. Ian's not that. So I'm glad that he's able to get things going and represent the city for many, many years. He's been in city council so long, he's considered an antique councilor.
Do that work. I love Walter.
I mean, how long you been into
Since when I worked for the mayor back in 2000.
Wow.
Now the governor's council was before Kayla's administration, huh? After it was after. Okay.
2010.
Yeah,
First campaign.
First one.
Yeah, he was. I handed Walter $20,000. I mean, I couldn't fit it.
We're gonna investigate this program.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, big thug from Boston coming down here. Walter, I got to talk about your campaign contributions.
It's a balance.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Hey, doesn't it suck when you got to find out where after you're done with politics, you got to find out where you're going to send that money, right? And it can't go under your mattress. You got to contribute it to someone. So that was the hardest thing, is the money that I had remained during my campaign is deciding where it was going to go.
Wow.
All the remaining.
Yeah. So it ended up going to North Star, and look, North Star has. Listen, I am the only.
Instead of wanting to see the interest.
I am the first person to put a full-size billboard of my ugly face on Ashley Boulevard.
Oh,
man. And that was good. I you know what? There was a method behind the madness, because that ward is very difficult. Yep. And I needed to do something. So why not put it on Ashley Boulevard, main roadway? And people from that ward are either going to work, coming to work, or they're definitely on that road. So I put my face in there with my favorite color, red and white. I was doing good. So black and red's my favorite.
The love of his life, besides his wife, goes and party. She used to party at 6 Bristol all the time. So he wanted to just put that big billboard, so when you walk out of the 6 Bristol, you couldn't miss his face.
Well, they got a job, man.
That's
65.
65.
65. Hold it now.
Hey,
yeah, we've
That
been
was
there.
called the Boulevard, right?
yeah, something like that.
I don't hear about it no more.
We got another legend, David Spencer, musician.
Hey, David, what's up, bro?
The pastor.
And a doctor.
Spencer.
He's amazing. He did a homegoing service.
Spencer.
I was at recently.
Songwriter.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure who it was because I could hear him before I saw him, and working my way through the crowd. But the thing that impressed me the most about him is that he was so real with his conversation
Oh,
because
yeah.
he said he worked all week on what he was going to say and to preach. And when he got up that morning, God told him, throw it in the trash because I got something else for you to say. And it's going to fit the person that he was doing the homegoing service for. And it was just about love and about, people not taking misunderstandings and fault with one another and carrying it through the years. It's unnecessary and it's, just friction that need not be it family, be it friends. And it really resonated with me because I have a lot of that going on in my family, and it was highlighted during the time that my mom passed. And that's just the way it is. If you got the strength and you got the words and you can get up there and say it, because you don't know who you might move. If you move all, that's wonderful. But if you only move one, that's wonderful too, because it's all about helping people to change, man, and see a better way, see a different way to move. And that's why I work with young people. I'm a clinical therapist. I run a program called BAM, Becoming a Man. Called BAM, Becoming a Man. And I'm in a school every day, and I'm able to go in classrooms and pluck 2 and 3 brothers out and bring them in my room, and we sit in a circle. And I create opportunities for them to clear their head and clear their heart, show the world what kind of man they are instead of being told what kind of man you are. And we have a curriculum, the program's out of Chicago, and I've been doing it for 5 years. I'm at a school known as Mildred Ave in Mattapan. And that's what I do. And before that, I was a gang counselor. I was 18 type thing, the Boston Street Workers for Mayor Menino for 20 years.
Very nice.
And we're on the block counseling kids and their families, trying to get them services. So
I like that.
That's what I do. So when I get a break, I call Chops, or Chops calls me, and I jam on the weekend.
Definitely
clear my head.
That's right. Clear your head.
That's right.
Clear your heart. Bring out your soul and your music. Truly, you got to find something.
That's right.
For me, it's between podcasting, writing. You got to find something to get away. Kind of stop you from having a scrambled brain and thinking about things that are getting you all worked up.
That's right.
Find something.
And there's many out there, and I'm sorry, brother. There's many out there, and I wouldn't pick one over the other. I will say that while he's here and alive and well, give Stevie Wonder his flowers. He is the 8th wonder of the world, and he said it best out of his own mouth. Music is a world within itself. It's a language we all understand with an equal opportunity to sing, dance, and clap our hands. And I love him. And I ever since I was a little boy, I've been doing Stevie, trying to imitate him and copy him and follow him. And he's a leader, getting to Martin Luther King Day. He's gotten hostages freed. He's been with kings. He's been with presidents all over the world. I believe he's like 80, 81, like my dad's age. So give the man his flowers while he's here. They got to present some type of an award or something on his Grammys. I get it. But figure it out so Stevie can get what he deserves, because he's an all-time great, from the boy wonder to the man that he became and that he is. And that's my guy. I love Stevie Wonder. Second to Chops Turner.
Yeah. Oh, man. Stevie, I can't compare Stevie.
I know you.
Yeah.
You family. I gotta still buy Stevie
Wonder,
stuff.
man. What? The songwriter, man.
He's just
he's outstanding someone.
I didn't mean to
No,
step
it's
on
all
you,
good.
Walker.
We're just trying to make
conversation.
No, it's all good. I appreciate you. Plenty of time.
Because you don't know, Walter, but what you got on your hat and your business that you're running here is going on in my house every day. Honey do, honey don't. Especially on a vacation week. I got a list of things to do. And I got,
I got to live myself.
Not to change the things up a little bit. No, we're not going to talk football.
Get that 49er stuff off.
Chops, remember, we made it.
I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't say that.
We made it there.
I ain't going to say that. I ain't say that.
That's right.
We didn't mean that we played football, but we just showed up. But I want to talk about the Celtics for a minute.
Okay, on the Celtics, huh?
Like, what's your take on Jason Tatum? There's a lot of rumors out there that he's not getting the attention. Jaylen Brown's doing really well with the team, doing very well, considering nobody thought they would go as far because of players that lost, that left, traded. But this whole season so far only shows that Jaden can lead, right?
Yes.
But in my mind, I think that, like, if you listen to all the sports radios in Boston,
Right.
and they're all saying that that Jason Tatum is dropping these little hints that he feels unwanted. You know, it happens when somebody gets hurt. They're not on the field. They're not the star. You know,
Right.
their self-esteem, like maybe, but we need him. We need Brown. We need
Right.
all our stars. Right?
Well, what happens with a player, you know, and I suffered 2 injuries. During that time that you're injured,
Right.
you also go to you know, there's a depression
Yeah,
mode, you know.
right.
When am I going to get back? I want to get out
Right,
there.
right.
But don't worry about Jason Tatum, one of my all-time favorite Celtic players.
Right.
The one thing I know that he's going to do is that once he gets on the court, it's going to speak for itself.
That's it.
And even if it's him getting a rebound, dribbling up court, and kind of feeding Jalen on the wing, or vice versa, I just think that Tatum's always going to be that 15 to 20 point player. He's always going to help out that team. And so when he comes back, it'll be good. And remember, everyone putting out a story about him has to get some clicks, right? You have to get some clicks. You start getting clicks based on the headline of your podcast or of your show or anything. And so you can just put in, is Jason Tatum unhappy? You may not know anything about what's going on with Jason Tatum, but you put that in there, it's going to get a lot of clicks. By the time it's over, said, done, by the time Jason answers to it, it may be a few hours, but it's also 100,000 to 500,000 clicks based on that title. So I think he's going to be all right, and only because of the coach he has, and the coach isn't about vanity and selfishness. And if you're going to be selfish, he's going to get rid of you. The young player that they just traded, Minot, he had some selfish tendencies, and that's when his play diminished. He wasn't playing much, and look, on the trade deadline, they let him go.
If you think about it, you know, like you said, Jason averages 30 points a game. Brown, same thing. So between those two, that's close to 100. That's close to like 70, 80 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not including Derek White, whenever he goes in, and all these other players that have stepped up to the plate. You know,
Nobody wants to play them. They
it
definitely
shows
don't
that
want to play them.
Washington's a strong team without captain, and without the main player who makes what $300 million. $300 million.
Well,
Yeah, and I'd like to add that 2 parts to the puzzle of Tatum, and for me, it's championship or bust. If they don't think that they can compete and they can get to the championship, don't bring them back. Why bring them back? And then something happens to them further. You know what I'm saying? So I would say sit it out and let it ride, and the next year is greater later. And the second piece I would say is that my program, BAM, is in partnership with the Boston Celtics. If he's having those issues in terms of his confidence and self-doubt and worried about what his position is with the organization, man, brother, if you're out there and people, if you're listening, and those who may know him, our leader, Sean Brown, our co-leader, Kevin Ross, he knows them. They sit right on the court at the games. Come sit in the circle with us and do what we call carpet work. Challenge yourself, and we can help you to clear your head and clear your heart and go out and be the best player and man you could be for you and your family and for your fans. And that's the offer that I have. Everything in my life is an offer, and I would offer him to join the BAM circle and chop it up with us a bit, and I'll sit in too.
That's well said.
Yeah,
Very well said.
That's what we do.
Clip that. Please clip that.
They were stuck with that luxury tax bracket where they had to release some of these high salary players like Porzingis, Drew Holiday, the other one that went to the Golden State Warriors, which I like.
Horford.
Horford is
Big ass.
good guy. So we lost a lot of good players, but I think it was more of a business decision, so they wouldn't get stuck with that tax thing. So
new owners.
Yeah,
new owners too. They're learning a lot.
New owners that spend $6 billion. Guess what? they want some of that money back.
Highest
You know?
paid, right? This is the second or the
I
highest?
think it was the highest. I think. Yeah, I don't recall. First of all, there's not too many teams have been sold recently, so it definitely would be the second. And I mean, look, Seattle Supersonics are coming back. You know, Las Vegas is putting a team in.
Yeah.
So I think within what's it sometime next year.
I know. Can't get the Vegas.
Come out of retirement, man.
Yeah.
Do my Spud Webb Muggsy Bogues routine.
Yeah.
Put these hands on them.
Yeah, Brady might have to come out of retirement to get that team going again.
Yeah, listen.
He might grab Evans from Tampa because he's a free agent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What you saying this
Yeah,
morning? Josh
yeah.
Allen should get him up there in Buffalo. They said his eyes should be open to that.
49ers looking at it.
Who's that?
How about yourself, Charlie? You look like you're a well-built guy, big, strong guy. What you
not
do in
anymore.
athletics? I heard you coach.
I coached. I played football was the love of my life. Basketball was
I
the
thought you
desire.
Hey, time out.
Well,
We love Walter.
Well, I'll find out how good that conversation went over because as soon as I get home, she says, "I watched the podcast."
Oh yeah, you gotta get
You know, so
Football's the love of your life, Charlie.
yeah.
maybe we'll see him next week, right?
There'll be a little memo.
Yeah, right.
Due to unforeseen.
Yeah.
We'll have to reschedule.
You have to be scared.
Reschedule the podcast.
You have to walk in the house singing like I
Yeah.
did at the bomb shelter. Just walk down the hall singing.
Yeah.
Well, I would hey, I'll just have to stay at Honey Dew. I'll speak.
That's it.
Overnight.
Or you just go to your house.
Yeah.
Sweep and sleep on the floor,
Yeah.
baby. Stranger things are happening, man.
She's already working on her honeydew list for me, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
When
as
you
soon
get
as
home,
I
honey,
leave
do
here,
something
we'll
to
be
that.
doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the old albums at your house, man. Put on Baby on For Real. You remember that?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do
baby,
remember that. Yes.
You don't understand how much I love you, baby.
That's right.
How much I wanna be your only man. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Actually,
That's what we do, man. Thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Listen,
That'll get you in the house.
yeah. By the time, so as I walk up the stairs, you know, and open the door to our apartment, that song's gonna be playing in my pocket on my phone. So as I walk into the house, it's playing,
Right.
and if it's playing right and loud, she's just gonna. Knowing her, she's a dancer. She's just gonna start dancing and you know. So
Forget all that other stuff.
I'm gonna use that.
How about this? Let me pose a question for you. Do you know who wrote, played the drums, and sang it to get them jump started? Because remember, that's the originals from Motown.
Yeah. Mm. Well, speaking of Motown, anybody that was, well, the one person that was involved with everything, that's Smokey and Marvin Gaye.
That's
So-
Marvin's group.
All right, see that? So,
My man.
I'm trying, man.
And you got that. Marvin Gaye, yeah. That
Yeah.
was
He's
Marvin's amazing, man.
Marvin is I highly recommend that, you know, if you all are into audiobooks, get Marvin's book that's out there, and also it's a 2-package. You got to get his wife Nona's book in audio, and it gives you both sides of what they were going through. And I used to look Frankie Beverly. I used to look down on after listening to that book.
That's right.
And the reason being is because Frankie was trying to date Nona Gaye.
Oh yeah.
You know, and the reason why they were and Marvin's really the one that with Frankie, he's the one that put him where he needed to go.
That's right.
And then he introduced him to his wife. Little did he know, you know, well, Marvin was kind of he was always accusing his wife of sleeping with Frankie or liking him, and so he was always doing that. And then I guess, you know, something happened. But so I always looked at Frankie Beverly different, you know. However, when he did pass away this past year,
Right.
I was truly sad
Yeah, me
because
too.
of just his age. You know,
Good man.
he was up there in age, still doing things,
Mhm.
still traveling around the world, the country, and
Yeah.
So
It was like Bobby Womack and Sam Cooke,
Yeah,
remember?
he told
yeah.
me,
We
Wish you
had that
didn't trust me
conversation.
so much.
That's-
I wish you didn't trust me so much.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's fun. I wish you didn't trust me so much.
Yeah.
Well, his brother David got him.
Yeah.
Sam Cook's brother David got him. David Cook.
All right. Thank you,
Caught
brother.
up on
All
him.
right, Walter.
He ain't coming back. Hey, I wish you didn't trust me so much. What kind of song is that,
Yeah,
man?
It's
man.
a
Oh,
reality,
man,
man.
Yeah,
It's
I wish you didn't trust
reality,
me so
brother.
much.
Yeah, you know.
Bobby, I actually seen Bobby singing just about 2 weeks ago, and he was competing against the OJs,
Hmm.
He was?
and he outdid them.
Yeah.
But
Bobby sing now.
and
He's right.
but he was still looking at the ladies in the audience with them bedroom eyes. You know?
He was begging. He's begging.
Yeah,
Still
he's
got his
begging,
hand. Look
yeah.
at
Hey,
the cups.
girl. How are you?
Oh yeah.
Good, sweet.
I think sweet ass. I need hot chocolate with a little whipped cream on it.
Medium?
Medium is great. Thank you, Queen.
I'll take hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Same thing, medium. Times two.
Yep. And what?
To eat?
Yeah, I want me. Give me a blueberry donut.
Oh, you know what? I'll match that. I love blueberry
Okay,
donuts.
times two again. Charlie?
Small hot coffee,
All right.
hot, light, 2 sugars.
And to eat?
Nothing.
All right.
I got
How you
my
doing?
Queen.
Good.
My wife always told me she told me she knew you.
Yeah.
Not
She
only
was very
Yeah,
attentive. She
man.
spoke to me as soon as I
Yeah.
came through the door.
She
She was here today.
she
Yeah,
comes
no.
from a great family.
Yeah, good job.
Her uncle Donald,
Donald.
who Garrison,
John Garrison's nice.
huge American hero.
Yeah.
Amen.
Been all over the world.
Wow.
He's saved his fellow
Yeah.
veterans. He's done so many things,
Oh, I
and
know
he's
that
right
man.
here from New Bedford.
Wow.
Right on.
Live
All right,
right
now
up
you
there,
go, girl.
Moniz
Ah!
Terrace,
Oh, man.
and that's definitely the
Wow.
one dude. And and I want to kind of give him his flowers.
I
Right,
want
right.
to say he's in the museum.
He
I went
is
to the Whaling Museum and they had the whole exhibit for the Cape Verdean story in the back. There was like a whole room, and I believe he may have been.
I ain't been there yet. I mean, I ain't seen the museum yet.
It's really nice.
He's
But I
just
haven't been there.
Donald is kick-ass soldier.
You mean down the cab driver? Was he a cab driver?
Nope,
Oh.
that was Donald DePina.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That was my man, too.
Yeah, he
man.
ended
Yeah,
up getting
man.
killed in a robbery.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. But
oh,
yeah, he got killed in
yeah.
a robbery, man.
Yeah. So
He was a good guy.
Donald Garrison is
Wow.
he's retired, but he's still helping out with the military. Still
Oh,
doing
that's good, though,
things.
man.
His hometown out west, can't think of the name of it, but they gave him the key to the town, you know.
That's great.
But I think that New Bedford needs to step it up with him because he's accomplished so much, and he was on the podcast for a little while.
Oh, yeah?
And I truly liked it.
Yeah,
Great, man.
there's some great men, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, Frederick Douglass
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Pocky Grace and the
Oh,
Black
Pocky,
Power
yeah.
movement in the 70s, and a lot of great,
You call me, man.
great brothers and sisters come out of the region and the area. So I never denied that I'm from New Bedford. People just get it twisted. Oh, one guy in Boston, he said, "Man, you're from Cohasset." And we all laugh about that. So, but yes, very, very influential. And of course, you know, it's a whaling community. You know, we talk about Cape Verdeans, and one of the first places they landed coming here to work, and their sports teams are the whalers, as same as Nantucket, the whalers, the early Portuguese and Cape Verdean men coming here and raising their families, doing that great work. So
it's awesome.
it is.
Eldrick says,
Oh, Eldrick, man.
he said,
Brother Eldrick.
Charlie and Chopping It Up crew, I appreciate what you are doing. The culture I'd love to personally invite you to the Sunday's Cape Verdean-ish comedy show at the Verdean Vets. That would be at the Veterans Memorial Hall in New Bedford. That's 561 Purchase Street, I believe. It's a
Who's that
fundraising.
sweet?
It's a fundraising.
Is that right?
Supporting
Is
the.
that you?
Who's that?
Who's that?
I look like
That's out where? Right there. I don't know.
Alan
that's
Granado.
Mr.
We
First
just talked
cousin.
about it yesterday.
You got Kango on. Look at his
Yeah.
dad, baby.
We just talked about
That's
it.
Buddy Love, yeah. Buddy Love.
You must have seen us over here.
That's it.
Oh God.
He's up on joining.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all right.
That's it, man. Look
Yeah,
at
we got all of
Voted
them started
for it.
out. Hey, there he is. Oh Lord.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
Look at
I just talked to Mike. You know, I got the Y8 last night.
you bought it?
I got the Y8, yeah.
what's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
No, I just got the Y8. I was at the city council.
Yeah.
I got the Y8.
You got the Y8?
Good.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, the thing is, I was going to the Arctic Diner, but then it fell through. But the owner over here gave me a deal, so I was on the phone with him.
Nice,
Wow.
It's beautiful.
nice.
Just talking about men and great accomplishments in New
Well, we're
Bedford.
gonna do
There you
it.
go.
Before that, it's not gonna be Y8. It was going to be Salsa Plus. Friday, Saturday, it's for the Latinos across the street. If you guys want to have pizza and pie on the weekends, like the Sundays and stuff like that.
Wow.
But the good Lord.
Really?
Yeah. Not lying to you.
No, I'm just saying, man, I'm just
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, already recorded.
You already
We-
called
we-
it out. You're alive, man.
Listen,
Check this
if
out.
you want us to delete it, you got
No.
20 here, 20 there, 20 there. All
Give
right.
me my money.
Salsa plus. Yep.
What's happening with that longshoreman moving in there?
Right?
Ross Grace is moving in there.
Mm-hmm.
On weekends, I'll feed a homeless people.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
On Saturdays, they already come. They presented to council. They were like, oh.
That's
They've
nice.
been defiant down here.
Right.
Mm.
It's
So my
true.
uncle Benny, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
He knows.
Right.
He knows helped them out for years. So now we're good. Where you been hiding there, gangster?
He's all
Working, man.
He's been
Working,
high.
chilling.
He's
You know, trying to do
he's a
stuff
guy
like
got a
this,
honey-do list every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do you
Honey
do
do
this?
it.
How do you do this? How do you do that?
Oh, yeah. Last time I was down TV. This guy should be standing. man.
What I do?
Oh, you've been with me for years.
That's right.
You guys
Thank you,
done
thank
that
you.
way?
Very welcome.
Tomato.
Oh, you always done
Thank
you.
Mix it up. It's changed a little bit because my mom passed. So, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to
Thank
get
you.
myself together to get down the bridge.
Oh,
But I'm there though.
We're
We're there.
gonna have a, you guys have,
Blueberry cake.
Okay,
Oh.
medium with cream.
yeah. Okay, let me go.
Hey, we got some good news today, huh?
He was at your
Nice.
function.
Yeah, that's nice. Another venue, another spot.
Yeah. I can use those spots I can get. Charlie? I didn't know Charlie.
My boy here, man.
Hey, you just sit over there, man.
Yeah, you you're on TV now.
I know it.
You on TV now.
Yeah.
I know.
You're topping
Ready, brother.
I know that your daughters are the best looking people in your family, but
Do a picket fence. I said you could eat after picket fence. Oh, yeah, man. No, I like him. He was out the 65th, right?
Yep,
He was
yeah.
at the 65th that night.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a ball, man. We had great staff too. I danced with them. We had live. Nice time, man. I was eating all that honey dew over there.
What's up next with you? What are you doing next other than, you know, you got BAM, you got
Yeah.
I got Bam, my coach. I'm an assistant basketball coach at the Mildred Avenue school I
Yep,
mentioned. I got a great team. A lot of good young brothers. Most of our guys are what we call rising ninth graders. The eighth grade, our team's built around one or two seventh graders, one sixth grader. So I do athletics and I referee as well. I referee at a
Oh,
girls'
nice.
school, Mother Carolina Academy, doing it. Refereeing through my man Darren D. Holiday. So yeah, so anything involved in athletics or music outside of my regular work. Really family oriented, family thing. Like
How you doing, my man? All right.
That's what my weekend, just
Yeah.
like yourself, go
Yeah.
to Worcester to see your people.
Okay,
I'd be going wherever I need to go and see my people on the weekends.
nice.
'Cause
You on social media so people can keep track of you, you know, what do
yeah,
you,
just a little bit. You
Little
know,
bit.
I'm a little scared of it, and then
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to mix message in terms of my work and stuff, so I don't get into it too much. But I'm on a little bit, and it works out. I make it work for me. Otherwise, a lot of my stuff is goes right through Chops' page. You know,
Yeah.
Chops' page.
okay,
And
She give me
and so and that's why I try to make my imprint there. You know, I put my imprint there. Looking to get real busy. again, being my 60th birthday, I'm trying to put everything together and just retool everything and put all my energies and efforts into do one thing. I do PG-rated stand-up comedy, MCing, singing, and light rap, and then spoken word as well. So put the whole package together and market it, and I'll be ready to run in the summer. And so I'll always do my thing alongside Chops. However, I must expand and broaden my own thing and get out there. I really feel it. I feel it's the right time.
It is.
Thank you for asking me. That's what I intend to do.
No, I'm definitely, consider you a friend. I'm a fan. I definitely want to be there and support you.
Thank you, brother.
Any videos I see of you on his page, I'll definitely be stealing it and put it on the Really Charlie podcast.
I appreciate you. And I come here, I go to Martha's Vineyard at least twice a summer. So this is my first stop off the highway. My wife and I, we come down and do what we need to get. And then we go park over there at the lot and get the little bus to the boat, and we're off to damn Martha's Vineyard. So whether we're there for the weekend or just for the day, sometimes we do the Christmas stroll, so it's just a one-day thing. We stay right there at Fairfield Inn, and she loves the black whale. So plug her. You don't mind?
Yeah, I don't mind that because those are all places I go to. So it's definitely
Treat it well out here.
And you mentioned the Fairfield, very clean hotel, very nice, good staff. Black Rail food is outstanding. Yeah, you definitely pick some great spots. I got Sherry Lee Barrows, my cousin.
Oh, Sherry Barrows on it?
Saying good morning, fellas.
Hey, Sherry, what's up, girl?
Oh, Sherry.
Yeah, look who's over here.
Hey, Sherry, how's Gutty? You know what I'm talking about, because Gutty, my best friend's Gutty's father, John Ness.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's my good.
All right.
I
I don't know what Anita on them.
Oh, Lisa.
Good
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Lisa,
Good.
That's my
Good stuff.
Oh, Lisa. Lisa, good people. Good people.
She helped me with my funk. She helped me clean the thing.
She's good people.
Chops, in 2026, how much are you charging people? Because your legacy is getting bigger.
I don't know, man. I gotta go up on my prices.
And
Oh, you did a manager?
so,
Yeah. I try to go up on my prices.
Hey, Sherry, how you doing, baby?
I gotta go up my prices.
Oh, yeah, I got my ear, so
You get the YA.
Chops, I want you to talk about the Chops Turner show and you bringing that back. We talked about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I said my time to do that. Yeah, I just thought about it. 'Cause no, my own thing I was doing during the pandemic. I was just doing coming on and because we had nothing to do, right? So I created my own thing called the Chops Turner Show. And I come on and do some songs for a half hour. I think about bringing that back because I made a lot of contact with people.
Half hour.
Yeah, half hour. Hour.
We need an hour, man. We need
You ain't 50 cents, you're the whole dollar.
When you're born with a personality, you gotta use it.
Yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
personality? I got one. I don't be sorry.
Oh,
I
no.
change my
Oh,
stuff.
you're so crazy, man. You're so crazy, man. And this guy's all over the place. I see him down in Providence and
Well,
Cave. You in Boston. You everywhere, man.
I lived in these farms until my nephew fell asleep while he was cooking at night and almost killed both of us. And then
Oh,
then
my
nephew,
God.
you know Rudy Amata.
Yeah.
My nephew, my
Yeah.
sister. Yes, my sister's son.
Oh,
From Providence.
God.
So I was living with him for 2 years. He's cooking chicken. 12 o'clock at night. The house is on. I'm upstairs sleeping. Rudy, wake up.
I don't know what herbs.
This guy.
Let no herbs.
Crazy,
You
man.
made it, brother.
Oh, God.
Oh, you see smoke in the house, there's definitely fire, so get the hell out.
That's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah.
fuck the house.
Uh,
Charlie crazy.
Hit the road, Jack.
Charlie, keep us going.
Yep.
I'll take.
Uncle's doing well. He's
Hey, you gotta give him my number. I'm giving him my number. You gotta call me. I gotta go see him.
I gave it to him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, yeah.
Last time I went down there, I went home. We went to New Smyrna Beach.
Yep.
Hang out there. And then we went to the Land of Magic games.
It don't matter.
Right now.
Yeah.
His uncle David's wife was the security manager for the forum.
Oh, yeah.
Big.
Big to do.
Big
time.
big title doing it.
It's gold, right?
Yeah.
Gold, and then regardless Paris.
Nice.
Oh,
No, he waited for Ken Griffey.
Yeah. Paris is in Atlanta.
I mean, no, not Ken Griffey, the father, Ken.
So,
Yeah.
Um,
Dave, I haven't seen Dave a long time.
yeah, he sneaks in there. He comes in.
Yeah,
Big Lou.
He
tell
told me
you,
he needs to go sneak over my house. That's my guy.
I want to tell you a David Grace story, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, no.
Oh,
he goes.
let's go get some
So-
French fries.
So I'm going to Hall of Fame dinner at Century House. You guys listening to what, man? Sweet Al, man, they don't get it.
I got you, brother.
Look, so my uncle, it's a Hall of Fame dinner, Century House in Acushnet, honoring all the New Bedford High School Hall of Fame candidates or inductees. And so I'm going because I always go. You know? So my uncle's in Florida. He comes up here, and I'm getting to the doorway, and he's at the doorway with my Uncle David. I'm like, oh, it's nice to tell me you're in town. But no, he is his good friend Larry Livamento was inducted. Very, very
Good people.
great athlete in New Bedford. And so, anyways,
That's a great story. Now I know you mentioned Bishop Stang,
yeah.
and I'd like to share a Stang story around Mark Dias, and I was actually being recruited by Bridgewater State. So I can remember a Friday night game playing at Bishop Stang and the state coach Kane, Bridgewater State coach Kane. And I was only a sophomore, 15 years old, and I knew Mark was one of my, if you will, idols in basketball.
Yes.
So I would love to have gone to Bridgewater State, but it was like they were after me way too soon. I wasn't even thinking about that. I had just moved to Cape Cod from Brockton. I still had feelings around that, because I was prepared living there for 5 years. I was ready to rock out at Brockton High playing 3 sports. I had a girlfriend, I had a life, and like I said, as my parents arrived, I arrived. I ended up down in the Cape, and it made it work for me. But I would have loved to have gone there and played ball with Mark Dias and those guys there. They had a great run, and he ended up being one of the all-time scorers, made his 1,000 points. And like I said, I played Bay State games with him later on. And so I'm sure at this point he must be a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
I can't remember what year it was. I think he got in, but
yeah, I see him at Monty's every summer and other places as
yeah,
well.
he's amazing. There was him, Todd Dotrice, Ron Andrews. I forget the other guy's name, but I like that crew. That Bridgewater team. They still meet up. They still hang out with each other. They still do things. So that would have been nice. Kind of stepping into on the court after with those guys, and then after you have your own legacy to build on.
Yeah,
it.
I was younger, so I would have caught like 1 year with them, and then carried on from there. So. Great stuff, Bobby, Duat, and Mike Barrows, and those guys were at Stonehill. So, we used to play there on Saturdays. The open gym was like a UMass Boston thing, huge gym, courts, everybody playing everywhere. And those two guys rocked out, Cape Verdean cats from Old Rochester Regional and New Bedford High, respectfully.
Mike is
they were unbelievable.
Mike's definitely a good dude. Bobby Duat. He was we actually played a Bay State league, when we were 12 years old. And that was my first look at Bobby, and he was so skinny and lanky, but man, he could shoot the ball. And definitely I like the stories from the city of Fall River when they talk about Bobby Duat. And he was tough, and wasn't the biggest guy on the team, but they explain, they talk about how big he was, how tough he was, and as a player, and so I still haven't. I got to get him on the podcast because I love his story, especially when we were playing, Little League and all those days. And the funniest thing is that it wasn't a necessity. Well, it wasn't a requirement for guys to be wearing seatbelts in the motor vehicle, right? So we had a big van. It was huge, about the size of that cube truck there. and my Uncle Dave and Jojo Mendes used to throw us in the back of that. And we used to go to Pulaski School. So the funniest thing is they started down here in the South End, picked up the South End kids, then went up to the West End, picked up those kids. You know, the one dude that kept us laughing, it was either Donald Lesser or Bobby Scroggins. You know,
ADD,
they just keep us laughing all the way to Pulaski. And now talk about kids that didn't really go anywhere. We thought going up 140 North to the Braley Road exit was a road trip, right? It's the same thing, but it was going from the south. We thought that was such a long ride, right? And my man, nobody talks about him, but one of my favorite power forwards was Wallace Terry Wynn. You know,
Wallace,
Stevie's older brother.
Terry Wynn.
Terry Wynn.
Yeah, Terry's tough as nails.
I love Terry. He was just a good dude. And So, all right, guys, you guys have a plug for the next 5 minutes. You can put any plug up there, what you're doing next. And then we're going to cut this podcast short, man. So
I defer to my big brother, Chop Turner.
Chops.
I defer to you. He's offering us a plug on our way out in terms of what you're doing next, what you got.
The next thing is tomatoes this Saturday. That's basically it. And working on some future stuff that's coming up, some recording, my wedding song. I'm thinking about recording that pretty soon. And that's basically it.
Well,
I'm supposed to have rehearsal tonight, but
yeah.
I don't know where I'm going. I got to get my grandkids.
That's it, man. Put them in the back.
Yeah.
They don't
Buy them.
More the merrier.
Kids are
Hey.
smart nowadays.
Buy them a whole bunch of chicken nuggets and
Yeah.
leave them in the car. Right?
No.
Put an iPad up there, let them watch
They don't
things.
care
And,
about clothes, but we can feed them food.
yeah.
They love that.
So, Al, anything on your end?
Hey, like I said, man, I am highly favored and blessed to be able to do things in terms of the music. So I just want to put the total package together, man. Do my PG rated stand-up comedy, do my Grandmaster ceremony piece, do my singing and do my light rapping, and then the spoken word. And having said that, I'll give y'all a small sample, which is not really mine, but I've used it in my work. Friends are hard to find, so be careful. You'll be fried in the end and your mind won't prepare you. One might dap tab and one might backstab to get their fingertips on what one might have. Fight the hand to feed you, lead the people who need you. Those that hold you back will mislead you. Be a leader, don't get led on or led in a wrong direction. A dead end's next then. Who needs a detour when life's like a seesaw, ups and down, and I bet there'll be more potholes and obstacles in a path that's righteous. I think I need a hand to fight this word life. Take that thought, brother, and replace it, and never act to face it, because jealousy and envy, and you still act friendly, you'll be fried in the end if you pretend to be my friend.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Drop the mic. If I could snap my fingers, I would have did it.
Just got high, but Alan did that.
Amen.
like it.
I love it, man.
Yeah, thank you,
That spoken word is amazing.
Very
Hey, what do you think about yesterday, man?
Why?
What's that?
Passed away Jesse Jackson before we.
Yeah,
of course.
yes, Jesse.
Mr. Jesse.
Yep, and rest in peace.
That's right.
There's so many.
Pioneer.
That's an American legacy that is now gone, and so I try to.
Oh, I know.
We all got it. There's good, bad, and ugly in everybody,
Right.
but as a American icon, he's done things that people wasn't ready to do. Go up to the front lines.
That's true.
We talk about how bad things are when we're walking around and people acting foolish, but it was nothing compared to the 50s and 60s, even the 70s.
That's right.
There was nothing compared to that when it came to a black man walking in the neighborhood, came to a black man trying to go to work. The littlest things could end up, you could lose a job for the littlest things, and based on a lie, you can lose your job.
Right.
So many. And so with Jesse Jackson, I worked on his campaign with the Rainbow Coalition, 84. It was a junior in high school, and went up to Vermont trying to sway that population
Yeah, it's crazy.
to vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
It was real hard. It was real difficult, even in '84, right?
With the audience.
And so there's so many different stories that he was involved in, and
He ran for president for what, twice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
84, 88.
yeah.
What
So
happened
And
here?
yeah, if I may add,
yes,
Jesse, to me, it's like a James Brown. When James Brown says, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud," or quip, and him saying, "I am somebody," and he
Right.
said it so many times, it gave people confidence and lift their head up.
Yeah.
A brother once said, you can't walk around with your head down because it's easy for the monkey to climb on your back, and once it gets on the back, it's hard to get him off.
Yeah.
That's right.
No matter
Exactly.
what you may be going through, you got to pick your head up.
Gotta pick your head up,
Don't
man.
slouch your shoulders. Pick your pants up. And be a man. I'm so glad you brought it back to 60s and 70s. Because it's powerful, man. We might have been poor, we might have been struggling, but we were together.
That's
and,
true.
we have power.
Yeah.
Power
Amen,
to the
man. That's
people,
true.
man.
No, that's true.
And so, and that's the.
true. That's true.
Adultism is a thing where we put our thing on young people and their projections. I do my best not to do that in my life and in my practice as a clinical therapist. However, I do my part to share my stories from how I grew up and how different it is. And we can get these young brothers and sisters into that life and to think like that, man. They need that. I don't believe these athletes and these ball players and actors and musicians and rappers, singers, whatever, they're not really responsible to the children like they ought to be. So it's going to be us, and we might not be able to teach them everything, more is caught than is ever taught. So, we lead by example, and when you're able to impart wisdom, man, and the one message I would like to leave with all of us, and I challenge my scholars, and everybody in my program is uplifted. I build and edify people to another level. So you're a brother or sister, you're a king or a queen, and they're not students, they're scholars, and their teacher is the educator, and the principal is the administrator. Everybody's up to another level, and I tell them all the time, pause before you're going to do or say something. And think about people who love you and who care for you. Would they be happy and would they be proud about what you're about to do or you're about to say? And I think a lot of people will put their things in reverse and do better for themselves, which means for all of us, and that's what our program guarantees. You'll change in 3 places: at home, at school, and in the larger society. And if you do that through BAM, Becoming a Man, or the Women's Program, while working on womanhood, social and emotional programs to connect their feelings, to get your feelings, your emotions, put it on the table, turn from the direction you're going and go in another direction and be better for all of us. And they'll have some self-respect and some pride, and their families will look at them differently, and they can be leaders. And don't get me wrong, we understand if he does it once, he does it twice. Now there's steak with the beans and rice. So there are some people that are out here paying the bills and they're bringing the lights is on, everybody got a phone and the TV in there, they might even have a vehicle. And so it's all because of something that maybe the 14, 15-year-old son or grandson's doing. So they don't want anybody to harm him. They don't want him to get locked up. But he can shift a few things and take those natural abilities and capabilities and make it positive. And he could be like you. He own a string of stores. He could be like Chops and be a world famous musical entertainer, whatever it is. Everybody got to make it in a ball player, and everybody's not going to make it in these different fields. Find what you're good at and you're great at. Hone it, own it, and then take it to the top, and that's what I try to offer all people, but in particular young people, because that's my work. My name is Paul Joseph Alves, aka Sweet Al, aka Easy Al, aka Yaya.
yes.
Yeah.
I am king, and you are king.
Yeah, you also.
Long day Al Capone.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I ain't never that.
Never that.
No crime for me,
Yeah.
brother. Yes, sir.
This is what I go through life. And I'm a tough person.
What do you like?
That guy's, I'm over. Let me tell you something, a little story. Here's the thing. You got to get into it because you're entertaining. When you're performing, it's not about color, it's about character.
It is.
Character.
That's right. Character.
It's character.
Right.
Character is character.
Right.
If people treat you right, they're in your corner. They're in your house.
Shit.
They're in your house. See, this is what's wrong with you. Because I work with you all the time, bringing back some of you.
Right.
Staying at South and Denison. I applied for what I didn't block that, but I get it. I'm doing it out of my own pocket. But here's the thing is, with these kids,
Yeah, don't get no doubt about it.
If you're going out a new life,
You're gonna have 12,000 people going down there, 3 services for you. So 12,000,
Wow.
half of them are kids, young kids. You don't get that in the Catholic Church.
You don't get that.
Clap it
Because
up.
the thing is, here's the thing is, because when he's talking about now,
Right.
yeah, okay, here's the deal. Ask one of those kids, who's pilot? Oh, he's talking about flies a plane.
Right.
You want to talk about now.
Right.
Michael talks about now. Every
There's
day
a
living.
difference.
Every day
That's
living.
right. It's true.
You gotta go ahead and get their focus. Say, oh, that sounds cool. But when you talk about way back dinosaur stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're like,
Right. They can't relate. Can't
Yeah,
relate.
they can't relate.
Yeah.
But see, Michael's, he's got them right now. He's like the Pied Piper. They're all
That's
it's
what you need,
unbelievable. They just put a $1.3 million in that place. You go down there.
I saw it. Beautiful.
Eric just got the bid. He's put the brand new basketball court there as we speak. Eric Riddle.
Good.
I'm just saying. Now you get a guy. I told Marcus to speak. You know the best thing that hit in the back.
Okay.
I told him, I said, but why? You're capturing the youth. Ain't about us adults.
No,
We
it
know
ain't.
where
It's
we're
about the
at.
kids now. Yeah,
It's
that's right.
about the
Oh,
kids.
actually, it's about everybody.
I mean, but, you know,
It's about everything. It's adults.
next generation, right,
The
Joe?
next generation
Right.
is called the next generation because the adults. They live.
Right.
And we're at a peak
Right.
where we don't know when the man's going to say, guess what, I need you, and you can't say no. It's stuff like this, you can't say
Oh,
no.
It sounds
Jesus.
to me,
Huh?
it sounds to me like he's giving it in the simplest form.
He is.
And it's as simple as that. For every man, woman, and child, my understanding is that God only wants you to do 3 things: admit, submit, and then commit.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to do that, you're on your way. No, anything else, you're playing games.
He's got to
With your own
he's
life.
got the right in order because commit is the big one.
Right.
Admit,
I'm telling you
submit,
right
and
now,
then commit.
because when you commit, when you come out of that church, he just gave you the law. Don't be a hypocrite.
There you go.
That you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you walk out of here,
People
like
are
my
walking,
daughter,
people
are
listen, he walks out of there.
No
tells
doubt
me,
about
"Oh,
it.
my daughter's my husband," you know. And I call the phone, she's screaming at the dog. I said, the dog can't defend himself, but I can tell you
So,
something.
cuz,
I'm not happy with
congratulations,
you.
son.
Yeah.
It's
The thing
fine.
is, you just
And-
gave
Yeah.
him the Lord's
That's a
house.
beautiful thing.
It is. Great story, Alan. New Life, right on Cove Road, city of New Bedford. Go down there, see Pastor Marco.
Oh, Mark, I bet
And
he's a nice
he's definitely
guy.
doing his thing.
Yes, he's a nice
and
guy.
He is
it's a
booming.
great venue.
Yeah, I've been
You know
there.
why? Because the thing is, we're the type of people we see. We're at that age.
So
That's it.
on that note, thank you, everyone. I really, truly appreciate you coming on the screen
Thank you.
and meeting the folks here on this panel here. You know, Sweet Al, Chop Sterner, Alan Ganetto, Walter was here earlier,
Yeah, well,
myself. Feel free to join me on the Really Charlie podcast on YouTube and Facebook, also LinkedIn and Substack. Tonight I have a podcast.
so you do so many podcasts,
I'm
man. How
trying,
many you
man.
got, Dolly?
3.
I did have more than that, man.
I could have more,
I used to be selling
but
hot dogs on site.
yeah.
That's my man.
But tonight at 9 p.m. we have Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself podcast. And that talks about love and grief. Everyone goes through grief.
That's
you know?
right.
And grief is not just the loss of a loved one. Grief can be anything: loss of a job,
Right.
the loss of so grief is tied into everything that we go through. And so me and Marvin Speller, who wrote the book Unpacking Grief, Shattered to Onward, that's on Amazon. We have our podcast every night, and we definitely going to have a guest tonight, Kevin Simons from Providence, Rhode Island. But
Oh,
now
Kevin, I know Kevin.
Kevin is now
Yeah,
in,
Kevin, I know Kevin, good guy.
he's in California now doing big
Wow.
things. So
Tell him I said hello.
yeah, he'll be on. So
Good guy, Kevin. I know Kevin.
thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. See you next Wednesday. Chopping up at Honey Dew, and God bless everyone. Take care.
Oh yes, please. I'll have mine large, iced, extra cream, and 6 Splendid. Yeah, just hang out for a minute. Mm-hmm.